Sister wives Janelle Brown's newfound friendship with Meri Brown is heartwarming. They can relate to each other on another level now. Sister wives Janelle Brown and Meri Brown have a history together, so seeing them unite in the April 27 episode was a special moment for two of Kody Brown's former wives. The Sister Wives Season 19 mid-season break was the palate cleanser viewers needed, and now that it's back, watching Janelle and Meri work together on Coyote Pass is a welcome change from the continuing fallout from the multiple divorces the family experienced. In real time, we know that Coyote Pass has finally sold and Janelle and Meri were paid out, but at the time, the future was uncertain for them. Meri and Janelle were never the closest of sister wives. Meri was always closer to Robin Brown, and Janelle and Cristin Brown have a deep bond that continues today. Still, Meri and Janelle were married to Kody the longest. Kody legally married Meri in 1990 and married Janelle spiritually in 1993. They were joined by Cristin, who married Kody in 1994, and Robin, who married Kody in 2014. It's heartwarming to see that after everything they went through, Janelle still cares about Meri and wants to make sure she gets her fair share of what she's entitled to. Throughout Sister Wives Season 19, Janelle has urged Meri to consider getting a lawyer to prepare to fight over Coyote Pass. Meri was reluctant, still believing that Kody would never screw her over when it came to dividing Coyote Pass. In the April 27 episode, Meri and Janelle actually meet up on the property to survey the land and discuss what to do moving forward. Janelle suspected that Kody was making moves behind the scenes on Coyote Pass and purposely hiding that information from her and Meri. This is why she's so adamant about getting a lawyer, and why she thinks Meri should as well. Janelle simply doesn't trust Kody anymore. Kody has been stalling on making any decisions. In the April 27 episode, Kody admitted that the reason he hadn't made a move was because Robin wasn't comfortable with the idea of selling Coyote Pass. The family purchased the property in 2018 as a glorious place to build their polygamous utopia, but the pandemic put a stop to all such plans. The pandemic also exposed deep-rooted issues within the Brown family system and prompted Cristin, Janelle, and Meri to leave Kody. Throughout the polygamous family's history, there have been times when it felt like Meri wasn't being represented fairly. Meri only had one child with Kody, as opposed to the multiple children Kody had with the other wives. Meri and Kody legally divorced so that Kody could marry Robin and adopt her children from her first marriage. Meri was pushed aside, yet again. It seems like that's partly why Janelle is looking out for Meri. It's often seemed like Meri got the short end of the stick, so to speak. She lost her title as the first wife, and her and Kody's marriage devolved to the point where Kody treated Meri like an inconvenience. Even though they didn't always get along as sister wives, it's honorable that Janelle is stepping in and making sure Meri is treated fairly. Janelle and Meri might never be best friends, but they have a shared history that will bond them forever. Even when they first drove up to the ghost town that is the Coyote Pass property, they didn't hug like sisters or close friends would. If they did, the cameras didn't show it. Instead, they stood there together, looking like acquaintances who might not be very close, but have respect for each other. It looks like Meri was drawn to Janelle because Meri was starting to resent Robin for ghosting her and their friendship. This pushed Meri and Janelle even closer together, since at one time it felt like the family was divided on teams: Robin, Meri, and Kody versus Janelle and Cristin. But now, in the midst of the upcoming legal battle, there are no more sides. It was just two women who went through a traumatic divorce, and now wanted to get what they were entitled to. For years, fans of Sister Wives watched Janelle Brown and Meri Brown navigate a rocky, often strained relationship within the tangled web of their polygamous marriage to Kody Brown. There were awkward silences, veiled tension at family gatherings, and long-standing misunderstandings that seemed too deep to mend. But something surprising has happened in recent months, something that longtime viewers might have never predicted. Janelle and Meri, once emotionally distant co-wives, have started to bond. And not just surface-level bonding. They've discovered a real, profound friendship. It's the kind of heartwarming development that even the most skeptical fans can't help but root for. After years of emotional neglect, spiritual unrest, and personal rediscovery, Meri and Janelle finally walked away from their marriages to Kody. They did it separately, but their paths were oddly parallel. The hurt, the confusion, the letting go, it was all familiar. And in that shared experience, something unexpected bloomed: empathy. It started quietly, a phone call here, a text there. Then came the coffee meetups at Meri's bed and breakfast in Parowan, Utah. What began as check-ins slowly grew into genuine conversations. Instead of merely venting about the past, they started opening up about who they were becoming, two strong women rebuilding their identities on their own terms. It's strange, Janelle admitted in a recent confessional. For so long, I think I saw Meri through this lens of competition. But now that we're both out of the situation, we can actually see each other. Meri nodded during her own interview, her eyes welling with tears. There's something powerful about knowing someone truly gets it. Janelle gets it. Not just the pain, but the silence, the loneliness, and she's still here, standing tall. Their friendship isn't built on gossip or shared resentment, it's built on mutual respect. They both spent years trying to make a plural marriage work in a system that often left them emotionally malnourished. They stayed for the kids, for the principal, for Cody. But when they finally let go, it was like shedding a heavy cloak. And in that vulnerable space, they saw each other clearly for the first time. One of the most touching moments came during a hike they took together in southern Utah. As they stood atop a red rock overlook, Meri turned to Janelle and said, "I used to think we were so different. But maybe we just never had the chance to understand each other." Janelle smiled softly, the desert wind brushing her hair back. "I think we were both just surviving, but now we're living." They laughed, they cried, and for the first time in a long time, they held hands, not as sister wives, but as sisters in spirit. Their children have noticed the shift too. Logan and Leon, who once barely saw their mothers in the same room without tension, were shocked and moved when Meri showed up to Janelle's birthday lunch unannounced, holding a homemade quilt and a bouquet of wildflowers. "For your new place," Meri said shyly. "I thought he might like a piece of comfort." Janelle teared up instantly, embracing her former sister-wife without hesitation. "You have no idea how much this means to me," she whispered. Now, they check in with each other regularly. They've even taken a few short road trips together, just two single women, free from the emotional constraints of plural marriage, discovering who they are and laughing along the way. They blast 80s rock from Janelle's car speakers, stop at roadside diners for pie and coffee, and talk late into the night about everything from grandbabies to grief. Their conversations often circle back to the idea of worth. Their worth as women, as mothers, as individuals who deserve love, peace, and friendship. They talk about faith, too, not necessarily the faith that brought them into polygamy, but the kind they're learning to build on their own terms. Meri's always had this quiet strength, Janelle recently told a friend. And I think, for the first time, I'm seeing it without the walls between us. Meri echoes the sentiment. Janelle has this calm wisdom. She sees the world in a grounded, practical way that used to intimidate me. Now I admire it. Of course, not everything is picture perfect. They're still unpacking years of misunderstandings. Trust, once fractured, takes time to heal. But both women are committed to doing the work, not for the cameras, not for Cody, but for themselves. It's not about who's right or who hurt whom the most. It's about healing forward. Their newfound connection has even sparked a larger conversation among fans. What does female empowerment look like after escaping a patriarchal dynamic? For Janelle and Meri, it looks like friendship, compassion, and rebuilding the bonds that were once left to fray. One poignant Instagram post from Meri captured the essence of their journey. A selfie of her and Janelle, smiling with hot cocoa in hand, was captioned, "We didn't see this coming, but maybe life gives you second chances in the most unexpected ways. Here's to choosing grace, healing, and sisterhood." It received thousands of comments, most of them celebrating the powerful evolution of two women who had been through so much and finally found comfort in each other. For Sister Wives fans, this unexpected friendship is more than just a sweet subplot. It's a testament to resilience. Janelle and Meri are showing that even in the aftermath of emotional upheaval, hope can still take root, and sometimes